考試啦！考試啦！考試啦！準備咗成個星期，今日小鹽要應考 Trinity 嘅 B1 test 啦。講下考試流程先，報到、security check、核實身份，跟住就考試啦。大家留意，一定要提早30分鐘報到，否則佢可能唔俾你考㗎。跟住我哋會進行 security check。security check 裏邊咧比較麻煩嘅地方要留意，裏邊係需要就喺呢個部分咧，我哋就會交出護照，同埋咧要除低外套㗎啦。呢一個嘅安檢部分咧，其實就係機場安檢質素啦，由頭掃到落腳。咁你預咗咧，佢會用好多儀器去 check 下你身體上面有冇一啲特別嘅儀器帶咗入去啦。比較要注意嘅地方咧，因為你放喺呢一度，你要放低外套鎖入去 locker 裏邊。個 locker 又真係唔係好大嘅，唔好帶咁大個袋啊。同埋放低咗外套之後咧，你預咗入到去再進行身份核實同埋再考試咧，可能有成大半個鐘頭，你會喺另一個地方。怕凍嘅朋友可能要考慮一下着件薄長袖啦。安檢部分完成之後，職員會拎住你嘅護照帶你去一個另一個嘅 counter 啦。咁嗰度咧，佢會同你進行身份嘅核實啦，護照嘅核實啦。另外就會幫你去影相，亦都幫護照去做一啲 photocopy 咯。跟住最緊要咧，佢會核實你個簽名。如果你唔記得咗你護照上面個名係點簽咧，呢個部分就相當尷尬啦。所以大家最好入去試場之前望一望自己本護照嘅簽名啊。跟住就開始考試啦。小鹽食咗3塊記憶麵包啊，幫大家記咗成個考試落嚟。不過咧，有個頭盔要戴翻啊。始終我唔係帶錄音機入去記低考官講乜啦。咁 examiner 講嘅嘢咧，我知道佢嘅內容嘅，但係佢嘅用詞同句式咧，我事後再回想翻，一定係有啲出入㗎啦。如果大家一陣發現個 examiner 嘅grammar 或者係佢嘅問法好奇怪，唔關佢事，係小鹽記錯啫。至於小鹽自己嘅對答咧，我盡量都記得嘅，因為當日考嘅時候好緊張啊。咁咧，我心裏邊係咁諗啱唔啱 grammar。雖然我知道唔啱 grammar 都合格，但係就會成日諗會唔會答錯咧。所以咧，其實答起上嚟都還算有板有眼嘅，因為我冇揀到 my family 同埋 daily life 呢啲咁日常生活嘅嘅問題啦，咁所以喺寫低我嘅問題嘅時候咧，其實 examiner 都有少少覺得 surprise 㗎，咁所以佢都問咗我好多我估佢平時好少同人傾嘅問題，可能佢太興奮啦，咁亦都因為咁咧，好多問題我係從來冇諗過，我冇認真預備，係我要反省。不過唔緊要，大家就睇下我點樣用小學生嘅英文去答呢啲問題啦。如果一陣大家發現個答案裏邊係怪怪地嘅話，係因為當時小鹽咧喺個腦度揾緊一啲我即時諗到嘅生字，即刻作一個答案，所以一定係怪怪地嘅。
Hi, here is GESE Grade 5 exam. I'm Peter. What can I call you?
I'm little short.
I see. Let's start our exam. What is your topic?
My life.
What are your subtopics?
Teaching experience, family activities, housework, family plans.
Let's start with family plans. What are your family plans?
We plan to go holidays this winter and we will go to the Scotland because we will go skiing.
That sounds interesting. Do you like skiing?
Actually, I haven't tried skiing before, but I think it would be interesting. My sons like sports and I think they will like skiing.
Why don't you go skiing in another place, such as Swiss?
Because Scotland is in the UK, which is not so far and easy to go.
Do you have another plan also?
Because my eldest son is facing GCSE this year, we plan to have a family trip next summer after GCSE. We will go to Lake District and London.
That's very different. Let's talk about teaching experience. Have you taught in the UK?
No, but I have been a teacher in Hong Kong for about 20 years.
Why don't you continue your teaching in the UK?
Because my teaching language is Chinese language, it is not easy to find a job in UK schools. So I have online lesson now for Hong Kong students.
I think you can still try teaching in the UK, as many schools there offer the GCSE Chinese exam, which is a relatively quick route for Hong Kong or Chinese students to achieve a higher exam score. But anyway, you have mentioned your son, they are studying in the UK. Can you compare education in Hong Kong and the education in the UK?
In my opinion, Hong Kong has much more homework and pressure, but in the UK there are more creativity, more critical thinking. I think it is better for students.
I totally agree with you. Creativity and critical thinking are important for students. I have taught for 5 to 6 years in Hong Kong and mainland China, and I felt that they truly have a lot of homework and a lot of pressure. I think studying there is quite difficult. Anyway, have you ever tried incorporating or teaching any aspects of critical thinking in your teaching, or more specifically in your language teaching?
Oh, yes. I always discuss with students about values. For example, should we always be honest? Should we always be polite to all people? We discuss and help students to find out their own value about what should do and what should not.
That's meaningful. Do you think there are any difference in how Hong Kong people value things, such as telling truth?
I think Hong Kong people like earning money. If telling truth can help them get money, they will tell truth.
I see. It's time to end our first task. Before that, please ask me a question about your topics.
Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I really enjoy my job as a teacher. I taught in Hong Kong and in mainland China, and I even spent more time teaching in China. I still felt that being able to teach students, help them understand knowledge, and sometimes answer their questions is very meaningful. I really love teaching, and up to now, I still feel that teaching is my favorite profession. Let's start our conversation task. We talk about entertainment first. Can you share your favorite, such as books or films?
I think my favorite book is Harry Potter. I have read the Chinese version before and I found it's very interesting. So I read the English version too. This is the first thick book I have ever read.
Yes, I think read a book in its own language. You can get different feelings. How about your sons? How old are they?
They are 14 and 16 years old.
Are they like readings, or they like computer games more?
Of course, they like computer games, but in their kids' life, they also like reading too. After they have their phone, I talk to them every day about how to use their phone better.
You are so great. I have talked with many parents here, and they all consistently feel very worried about their children's habit of using electronic devices. They feel that their children can't control themselves, which often leads to argument. However, from what you said, you can control your children's usage, and that is truly admirable. How about another topic? Let's talk about recent personal experience. In recent years, prices in the UK have been continuously rising. Many living costs, such as the food we buy at the supermarket, have increased significantly. Have you noticed that?
Of course. I have been to the UK for 3 years. I found that some goods such as eggs, tissues, and some snacks, the price have raised up to 30%. I think it's terrible.
For people in the UK, the cost of living is becoming increasingly unaffordable, and they are finding it very tough. However, I used to live in Hong Kong for a long time, and I found that the cost of living in Hong Kong is much higher than in the UK. Are the wages in Hong Kong sufficient to support such high living costs?
Because Hong Kong people can get a high wage, so they can afford this living cost. But one thing is exception, it is the housing price. In Hong Kong, when we need to buy or rent a house, it is very expensive.
Talking with you is very interesting, but unfortunately, the time is over. It's time to end our exam.
Really? Should I ask you questions?
That's okay, we have finished.
Am I past the exam?
I'm not allowed to tell you.
Okay, thank you and bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
大家有冇發現，其實由 teaching experience 開始，個 examiner 係咁同我搶嘢講，我都冇機會講咁多嘢。我心裏邊預備咗好多我嘅教育理想啦，香港嘅教育啦，英國嘅教育啦，我自己好多對 Harry Potter 嘅愛好啦，佢都唔俾我講。所以我懷疑呢，其實喺 family plans 嘅時候，佢已經 pass 咗我嘅咧，應該係咁。我諗合格啩。就係咁樣，我懷住忐忑不安嘅心情離開咗試場啦。第二日9點之前，我就收到 email 啦 ，pass with distinction， 同埋 examiner 會剔翻有邊啲部分係需要我再改善嘅，佢係冇剔俾我嘅，哈哈過關啦。喺 email 裏邊仲提翻我哋，如果我哋需要攞一個電子證書咧，大約需要7日時間去做一個正式嘅 approval 啦，咁就然後收到嗰張嘅 digital certificate 咧，先至可以去用嚟 apply 呢個永居或者係入籍嘅。咁所以大家一定要預留足夠嘅時間去做呢一個 exam 同埋申請啊。其實考前考後都有唔同嘅朋友問我，喂，網上有好多好簡單嘅 topic， 點解你唔用嗰啲 topic 啊？我諗有時就係我想揀翻自己熟悉同有信心嘅 topic 啦。嗰幾個 topic 咧，可能有啲朋友會覺得好難講，但係對我嚟講咧，隨口都可以講到好多內容嘅。不過轉翻英文都有啲難度。但係如果你睇翻小鹽嗰個應變，當然啦，裏邊有好多嘢咧，我都係講到亂七八糟嘅。咁不過用簡單嘅英文都係解決到個問題，唔需要用到啲咩專有名詞。咁我覺得我揀嗰5個 topic 都係好啱我㗎咯。希望大家咧都好似小鹽咁，good 一聲就考完呢個試啦。我會翻去整埋啲應變心法，下個禮拜再同大家分享。